LMS family. I'm glad you guys have joined us this evening. My name is Mrs. Sasa. I'm the campus principal here at Lancaster Middle School.
I'm Mrs. Dunn. I'm the associate principal here at Lancaster Middle School.
I'm Dr. Kimber. I'm the 8th grade assistant principal at Lancaster Middle School.
We are so glad that you guys have joined us this evening. We do have quite a bit of information to go over in regards to our students who are coming back face to face, and also for our students who are going to continue online. So at this time, parents, if you are excited, especially if you are sending your student back face to face, please put in a comment at this time. If you could do so at this time, that'll be awesome. I just want to make sure that you can hear us clearly. Let us know if you cannot at this time. Okay. We're about to go ahead and get started. Again, welcome to our parent and student meeting. And again, for those people who are just now joining us, thank you for joining us. We will be talking about some things that you need to be aware of for our face-to-face students and also students who are continuing online. So first, we would like to start out by just kind of giving you an overview of some of those topics that we're going to be talking about tonight. If for whatever reason, if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please just put something in the chat for us. And also at the end, I will make sure that you are provided with our contact information so you can speak with us directly. So I'm so glad you guys are putting comments in the chat. I appreciate you, Miss Anderson, Tyler, Miss Lucky, Miss G, Miss Flores, Miss DeLeon. Thank you guys for joining us. And again, if you have any questions as we're going throughout our presentation, please put that in the chat so that we can address those questions. So today, we're going to be talking about our arrival and dismissal procedures, also health screener for both staff and students. We're going to share with you our campus floor plan because unfortunately, due to COVID, I understand that most of you have no idea what the campus looks like inside. We do have videos that are on YouTube that you can actually look at to kind of get like a guided tour virtually. But we're also going to share some pictures of the campus with you today. We're going to talk about social distancing, PPE, that's personal protective equipment, dress code and needed items for face-to-face students. We're going to talk about both the virtual and also the e-learning expectation for our students. Now, I know parents, you have been going according to our online bell schedule, but today we're going to share with you what our normal bell schedule will look like in light of the lunches that we're going to have on campus for our face-to-face students. We're going to talk about our advisory period and what that entails, and also SEL support, which stands for social emotional learning. We're going to talk about our restrooms procedures and also water fountains, what that would look like. We're going to go over transportation for your student, breakfast and lunch, what that would look like, campus communication, and also how to receive help as far as technology is concerned, because we do realize that our students do have a district device. And keep in mind, parents, if your student has a personal device, do not bring that to campus if they're coming face to face. We will provide them with a loaner device when they are at LMS. So I do want to put that out there for you guys. In regards to arrival, prior to arriving on campus, parents, please make sure that you screen your child utilizing the form provided by the district. We are going to go over what that looks like on this evening. And if you have any questions, we're going to show you how to get to the form so that you can perform that check prior to your student reporting to the campus each day. Students must be in dress code and have PPE and their supplies. And Ms. Dunn will go what that looks like. We are going to make sure that your kids have the opportunity to view their schedule in their classes. But parents, I do highly recommend, if your student is reporting face-to-face, that you actually log in to the parent portal and access their schedule and have them to write it down along with their classroom number. That is imperative. Arrival time at LMS at 7:05 a.m. Parents, we will open the doors to all students. So again, at 7:05 a.m., we will open the doors to all students. So that means if you send your child at 6:30 in the morning, chances are they're going to be out there by themselves. But We will open the doors at 7:05 a.m. Car riders, they will enter through the front entrance, and walkers from the north side entrance of the campus. I will show you what that looks like in a moment. Students' temperature will be taken prior to entering the campus. Students that arrive in the car line will have their temperature checked before entering for exiting the vehicle. So again, if your child's a car rider, we will check their temperature while they are in the car. Car riders with a temperature of 100 degrees or higher would not be allowed to enter the building and must leave with their parents. Walkers and bus riders with a temperature of 100 degrees or higher must be escorted to the isolation room and wait for a parent to pick them up. After entering the campus, students will pick up their breakfast. It's a grab and a go, and it's in closed containers, and they have to report immediately to first period. So parents, again, if you have any questions about what we're going on, please put that in the chat. And I'm so glad, Ms. Chan, that you were excited about your student returning face-to-face. I know you guys can't wait to drop off on Monday. So at this time, I'm going to turn it to Mrs. Dunn. She's going to talk to you guys briefly about this so you can have an idea of what that's going to look like.
All right, good evening. So when your student arrives, either it's for you a walker, car rider, or a bus rider, if you look to the first picture you see with the young lady standing at the front door, most of them will line up 6 feet apart. If they're coming from the bus, the second picture, they will line up on the wall and they will follow the guidelines. The next slide, Nurse Crowder and our other people that we have in place to give. Ms. Sasa, the next slide, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the next slide is where we will do the screening. So students must have on, once they do receive their face shields, they must wear them every day before coming in. She will take their temperatures and then they will go ahead and proceed and get their breakfast.
In the isolation rooms, I know some of you are wondering what that looks like. Our isolation room is actually housed on the first floor of the campus. It's going to be near the entrance of the campus. If a student arrives to campus and have a temperature of 100 degrees or higher and or symptoms that are consistent with COVID-19, they will go to the isolation room. And if a child develops COVID-19 symptoms during the school day, that student will be sent to the isolation room. And of course, our very own campus nurse will be the one to make that decision. Dismissal. We will have a staggered dismissal. An announcement will be made daily. Car riders, bus riders, and walkers will exit out of the front entrance of the campus or north exit as communicated during the announcements. Early pickup protocol. Parents are required to notify the front office receptionist by dialing 972-218-1660 once they arrive to the campus to pick up their child. The reception will verify any requested information prior to releasing the child to that parent. I want to kind of give you ideas for the flow of traffic for LMS, the new LMS. If you look at the red arrows, it shows the flow of parents as they come to drop off kids and also come to pick up students. So please make sure, parents, that you review this flow of traffic so you can have an idea of what that's going to look like on the first day of school all the way to the end of the school year.
With the health screener, before you bring your child to school every day, when they wake up in the morning, we need for you all to complete the health screener. All students and staff must pass the health screener before coming onto the campus. So you will go through, you will check your child's temperature, make sure they don't have any of the symptoms that you will have for COVID. All of that is listed on the health screener. You will click on the hyperlink to access the screener, and it will be emailed to you as well. And it's also found on the LIC website.
Okay. And also, I do see some questions in the chat, and of course, I do want to address them as I see them come up. I know some of you are asking, will we have 5 days of school per week? The answer is yes. Unlike the high school LMS, our students, just like elementary and GWC, we will see them every single day, Monday through Friday. So please make sure that your child is in attendance and on time. Also, will a presentation be available after this meeting? You are correct. It will be available. It will be recorded. And also, I will send you guys a direct link for you to review at your own leisure. In regards to medication, parents, we do realize some of our students do have medication that's been prescribed by a doctor. We want to make sure that you guys follow certain protocols to make sure that your child is safe and that we have the medicine on file in order to administer it at the appropriate time. So if you do know that your child does take medication, please make sure that you speak with the campus nurse. Also, in order for her to take that and to administer to your child, you need to provide a doctor's documentation that is 3 to 6 months. Nothing older than that. It must be current. In regards to the bus routes, parent, I did see your question. We're going to go over that momentarily. Parents, I want to kind of give you an idea of what the campus looks like inside. Of course, I do have the floor plan for you. So I'm going to try to explain to you what the red arrows mean. The red arrows basically mean show the flow of students as they transition through the campus. In order to help our students, we are going to put arrows on the floor to show them how they should transition throughout the campus on every academic level. On top of that, we do have certain areas on campus. They have been marked and they have a big red X on it, literally, to let kids know do not use that facility or do not enter that location. And we're doing this for a reason because we want to make sure that our campus stays clean. We want to make sure that our kids stay healthy and everything is going in an orderly fashion. So parents, please let your student know they will be required to transition in a certain position throughout the campus. For our kids coming from GWC, I know you are used to that. And of course, you're going to see the exact same thing at LMS. Parents, our students on every academic wing, they will transition in a clockwise fashion. But I do want to go with you how they are going to be moving up throughout the campus because we do have 3 levels on our academic wing. They're going to be using the giant stairwell in the commons area. I'm about to show you what that looks like. And that's the only stairwell that they can actually walk up. So if you look at this screen, parents, you will see it. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you can see that pretty good. So if you look at the screen, you can see how students can only go up the stairwell. No student should be coming down that giant main stairwell in the commons area. Only they can go up. No student should be coming down. On the second level, that's where our 7th grade core classes are housed. On the third level, that's where our 8th grade core classes are housed. On the 7th grade level or academic wing, you also have your 7th grade AP. On the 8th grade level, you will also have your 8th grade AP. And on the main first level, you will have myself and Mrs. Dunn. So I kind of want to give you an idea of what that looks like. And I see somebody's asking about where is the bus schedule because you don't see it online. We're going to actually show you how to get to that. And again, if you have any questions, parents, please let us know in the chat. Please, again, if you have any questions, let us know in the chat. Okay, so this is how our 2nd and 3rd level academic wing looks. I want to kind of give you a visual. Also, you can see the arrows show the flow of traffic as students transition throughout the building. Again, the main common stairwell, they can go up. In order to go down, they have to use the north stairwell. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. They have to use the north stairwell. And someone asked about what does AP mean? That stands for assistant principal. Our 7th grade assistant principal will be on the 2nd level with our 7th grade academic wing. And our 8th grade principal will be on the 3rd level for our 8th grade academic wing. Again, if you have any questions, please let us know. So I did mention that students can only go down one stairwell, and that's going to be the north stairwell. And as you can see right here, I kind of have an image so you can see what that's going to look like as students transition down to the 2nd and also the main level from the 3rd level. In regards to social distancing, because I know some of you are wondering what that looks like. If you look here, I kind of have a picture of what it looks like in a classroom and also a fine arts classroom, in addition to the cafeteria. Of course, teachers are going to give specific directions to your child, to make sure that your child stays safe. And parents, I encourage you to speak with your kid before they come face to face. that they clearly understand that they must follow all expectations at LMS to make sure that they stay safe, and also their peers and the staff.
Okay, when it comes to PPE, dress code and items and needed that are needed for face-to-face, we're going to go over all that right now. So every student, every staff member must wear a face mask and face shield. School uniforms are khaki, navy, and black pants, white, gray, and yellow polo shirts. They must only wear either blue, black, or brown belts. Once we do distribute the ID badges, they are required to wear ID badges every single day. And students must come with their Chromebook with a charger. And we want to ensure that all students charge up their Chromebooks the night before. And also, we are recommending that all students bring a personalized hand sanitizer. This is very important. Masks are required to be worn under your face shields daily. Speaking puts aerosols in the air that can easily spread the virus that causes COVID-19. All students are required to wear a mask and face shield at all times. So when students are at lunch and they take their mask off and face shield off, they must not talk while they are eating. Again, I repeat, when students are eating lunch, they cannot talk while they're eating. If they would like to talk, they must put on their face mask and their face shield at all times. The do nots. No bandanas may be worn by any student. No earrings for boys. No facial jewelry, nose, lip, brow, and etc. for any student. No Crocs or slides. No jeggings or tights. And we do not wear red or blue attire of any kind at LMS.
And I do have a parent that just asked, I'm sorry, Ms. Dunn, did I cut you off?
No.
Okay. I did have a parent that asked about what it's going to look like for online students. It's going to be similar to what our face-to-face students for is the bill schedule. That is correct. And I will be sharing that momentarily. Will schools supply the face shield, or do we have to buy one? Parents, in regards to student masks, please make sure that you send your student to school with a mask on. Do not see any student that's reporting face-to-face without a mask. Make sure they have their mask on the campus. However, we do recommend that parents, you might want to purchase a face shield that is comfortable for your child. But for those that do not have a face shield, we will provide them with one. So I say this again. Parents, please make sure that you send your student to school with a face mask on, and it must cover both their nose and their mouth. The face shield, that's up to you. Please make sure if you want to purchase one that's comfortable for your child, that you go ahead and take care of that as soon as possible. But we will provide them with one on Monday, and they must keep up with it, and they must bring it to school with them every day, because they're going to take it home and bring it back every day as part of their dress code.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that, Ms. Sasa. Also, we encourage our students to have a backpack, because we do have technology that we're bringing to school back and forth. So please ensure your child has a backpack that's sturdy enough to hold their Chromebook, charger, and all the other necessities they do need for school, such as notebooks for reading and ELAR and all those things. So this is an example of what the Chromebook looks like. Ensure your student has both in their possession before you drop them off daily, and make sure it's charged up the night before.
And I do see another question in regards to do students have the opportunity to attend partial? Parents, you did receive a survey. So if you have not completed that survey, then your child needs to remain at the house. They will be online. So it's either one or the other. Either your child will be face-to-face if you have indicated that on the survey that the district provided, and the one that we also emailed out to parents. So if you did not complete that survey, your child will remain online at home. However, they cannot do both. It's one or the other. So please ensure, if you are not sure, I will give you my contact information at the end of this so I can verify for you. Will students wear uniforms? Students that are face-to-face will be required to wear uniforms. Ms. Dunn did go over that, and I'll allow her to go over that briefly again. But students who are reporting face-to-face must be in uniform and also have PPE, and also their Chromebooks and chargers. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that.
Okay, so this is what they can wear. You see, we have khaki, navy, and black uniform pants, yellow, white, and gray uniform polo shirts that they can wear, along with a black, brown, or navy blue belt. The don'ts. The first picture you see here are jeggings. They cannot wear jeggings. I know some stores do sell jeggings as uniform pants, but at LMS, we do not allow girls or boys to wear jeggings. Also, we do not allow Crocs, we do not allow bandanas, and we do not allow facial jewelry. PPE dues. If you look here, this is how a student should properly wear a mask. It should cover their entire nose, where it's right above the bridge, and under their chin. And the face shield should be right at the top of their forehead if they get the one that we distribute. We do have there are other face masks that you can face masks, not face shields you can buy that have the glasses that students can wear that's more comfortable for them, but you can purchase them on your own.
So parents, I'm going to go over this with you briefly because I do want to make sure that you understand the expectation for both our online and also our virtual students. I also will include this in our upcoming newsletter, so please make sure that you are checking your email on Friday. If you do not receive any email in regards to campus communication, you need to let us know as soon as possible. And again, I'll provide you with the contact information at the end so that we can take care of you. Okay, in regards to our campus expectations for our students, we want to make sure that our students are on time, parents. Again, we will open up our doors at 7:05, so your student must be on time. Also, as Ms. Dunn expressed, students must be in dress code. Our face-to-face students must be in dress code. They must be the best that they can be. They must follow all campus expectations and instructions 100% of the time. Again, I repeat, they must follow all campus expectations and instructions 100% of the time. So parents, if we are calling you about your child, just know we're not picking on them. We have high expectations for our young ladies and young men, so we want the best for them. They must also complete and turn in all assignments. They must respect staff, students, and themselves at all times. No cell phones or devices other than the one that's been issued by the district or on loan from the district. We should not see or hear cell phones. If we see or hear cell phones or electronic devices that are not district issued, they will be confiscated and parents will have to pay $15 to retrieve it. Also, we want our students to be focused and be a learner, and there should be no inappropriate behavior whatsoever. In regards to our online expectation, parents, I know I sent this out a few times. We do want to make sure that our kids are excellent in regards to their appearance, their behavior, and also demeanor while they're online. So if they're online parents, they do not need to be in dress code, but they are face-to-face, they do need to be in dress code. Online, again, students must be appropriate. They must report on time. They must mute their mics upon entering the class. Also, if the teacher asks them to turn their camera, they need to make sure that camera is turned on because it must be turned on at all times. And also, in regards to expectation, completing assignments, students must adhere to expectation and also complete all assignments on time. The LMS bell schedule, I know that's one of the things that one of the parents was asking about. And I want to make sure that I go over that with you. We do have this year 4 lunches this year. And the reason why we have 4 lunches, because we want to make sure that we minimize as far as the number of kids, large group of kids being in one place, because our students will eat in the cafeteria. They will eat in the cafeteria. However, they will be spaced apart, and if whatever they see at red X, they cannot sit. So in regards to the bell schedule, what you will see, the biggest change that you will see, parents, is the 5th period. During 5th period, they're going to receive their instruction. They will have 30 minutes of lunch. And I'm going to go to this slide so you can see what I'm talking about. They're going to have 30 minutes of lunch. They're going to have 10 minutes to transition and 45 to 50 minutes of SEL or advisory or intervention. So let me explain what that is, parents. During 5th period, on top of receiving 50 minutes of instruction, they will also have a lunch period for 30 minutes. they will have transition for 10 minutes. And for the SEL, which is social emotional learning, that's something that our counselors are leading up, and also Dr. Kimbrough. We understand during this time, students need an outlet. They need a way to express themselves in an appropriate way. And we're providing them with that opportunity to make sure that our kids are mentally well, and also to provide us for as far as support from our counselor. We also will have a situation where your student might be pulled in small groups for support in the form of interventions in the core areas such as reading and math. So you might receive a special invitation just for that. Your student most definitely will be made aware and provided with everything they need in order to report to the appropriate place. And also they will have a schedule that they will be following in order to prepare them for any assessment, and also to any gaps that they might have due to COVID because of the spring, the way the school year ended. That's one of the reasons why we are creating this schedule for our students, to make sure that we're filling any gaps and make sure that they are successful. Parents, I will send out that schedule to you. I know I have sent it out in the last few newsletters, but I will send it out to you again this weekend. It also is going to break down what it's going to look like for each lunch period. Your student fifth period teacher is going to tell them what lunch that they are reporting to. And based on the lunch that they are reporting to, it's going to determine what time they will have their ACL lesson and also their intervention or pulled out lessons.
Ms. Salsa, we have a couple of questions about dress code. You are able to wear red and blue shoes. I have one parent who asked, can the students wear a coat even if it has red or blue on it? If it is 50% red or blue, they cannot wear it as well. And you do have to be in dress code once you come on campus. And you cannot bring your own computer. The district will issue you your Chromebook. We do not allow students to bring personal computers on campus.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back, Dr. Kimbrough. I do apologize.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Salsa. Okay, concerning hall passes and going to the restroom, that is a simple procedure, but with COVID and everything that's going on, it's not so simple. Usually we would just have the teachers have one singular hall pass that they would give the students, and they would go to the restrooms, but they're just too much contact. So we're going to use a disposable hall pass system. The teacher would get a student the hall pass, they would fill it out, and they will go to the restroom or to whatever spot in the school. When they return, they will immediately throw those hall passes away because we don't want to just keep changing hands with hall passes. Also, in the hallway with the water fountains, we're going to have disposable cups for the students. And once they drink their water, they can throw those cups away. Also, for the beginning, under administrative discretion, they can bring water bottles. But we do reserve the right to change that at any time. And the kids must keep them water bottles with them. They cannot be passing them around. So we will allow the kids to bring water bottles, but we will monitor that very closely because we don't want that to be any kind of disruption to the learning environment. I know a lot of you have questions about transportation. It is a big deal where I'm going to get picked up at, what bus is going to pick me up. And for Lancaster, we have a website you can go to, and that website is in this PowerPoint. Everybody should be able to see it. www.info.finder, you can see that.com, and you will click on that link, and the directions are below. You will input your exact address, select your child's grade level, and remember, pre-K students are not eligible for transportation. And then you will click on search, and that should bring up the bus route. And once you go to that link, you will see it has a map on there, and you would just input your address, and it would tell you the bus route, the number, and also give you a approximate time around when that bus will come and pick up your children or your child for transportation. And we also have a hard copy that we will upload to our website that you're going to be able to click on. You will be able to see all our bus routes and what streets they go down. So we do have that in a PDF that we will share with you. For lunch and breakfast and lunch, we have already kind of talked about it. Ms. Salsa and Ms. Dunn. Breakfast will start at 7:05 and end at 7:30. It will be grab and go. The kids will pick up their breakfast. It will be sealed, and they will immediately take that to the classroom to eat and then throw away. As always, the students must provide their ID numbers for breakfast and lunch. And the difference for lunch will be served in the cafeteria, but we did make it 4 lunches to spread it out. And we will also have them kids social distance while they're in the cafeteria. The teachers are responsible for escorting the students to the cafeteria. And we all know the students have to take down their masks and shields to eat. And during this time, we will not allow them to talk. They can only talk in the cafeteria if they have a mask and shields on. They will not be permitted to talk with those masks and shields on. We really want to control it and control this environment that we're in.
And of course, I do see a few questions that are coming up, so I do want to address them. I know Ms. Chan asked about the number of students that are going to be reporting face-to-face. As of right now, we're looking at approximately 325 students that are going to be reporting face-to-face. That's less than a third of our campus population. With somebody being in the hallways policing the rules? Oh, yes. In addition to that, we have rules. We have markers, everything placed throughout the campus. We have 2 administrators on the first level. We have 1 on the 7th grade level, which is the 2nd level. We have 1 administrator that's on the 3rd level, and that's the 8th grade administrator. So we will have plenty, and we also have hall monitors that will also be monitoring those hallways in addition to our staff. Someone did ask about how much does lunch cost, and also I know you probably assuming about breakfast costs as well. Students, as far as breakfast and lunch for pre-K all the way up to 8th grade, that is free, parents. They just must make sure that they have their IDs. They must have their IDs to take care of that. I'm sorry, I do apologize. Let me go back. As far as lunch applications, you guys don't have to fill out this year. I have to make a correction. But in regards to the anything in regards to the price of the lunches, we will provide that. It's breakfast that is free. I do apologize. Breakfast is free. We're going to look up that information for you, and we will provide that to you. Okay. And our students are allowed to bring their own lunch. Yes. However, and I'm glad you brought that up. Students can bring their own lunch, and they must stay with them at all times. However, parents, you cannot bring lunch for your student at school. We will not have birthday parties. You cannot bring balloons. You cannot bring cupcakes. You cannot bring any of that stuff to school. I know you want to because you love your babies. We love them too. But because of COVID, we would not be allowing that. You cannot have Uber Eats to send anything to your baby at school, because we are going to deny them because you have just wasted your money. So please, please do not bring any food to the campus, and also do not have anybody to drop off food for your student. If they are going to have their own lunch, they need to bring it prior to the start of the school day. Otherwise, we would not accept that lunch. And also the campus, in regards to visitors, we are not allowing visitors in unless there's a special circumstance. Well, let's talk about the campus communications, because I do want to make you guys aware that we are sending out not just district level, but also the campus level. We are using various platforms to put the information out there for you. If for whatever reason, if you're not able to access your emails that we're sending out, or text messages, what that means, parents, even if your student is a continuing student in Lancaster ISD or at LMS, that means yearly you must check your contact information and update it. Otherwise, you might not be able to receive all campus or district communications. We do communicate via social media networks. And I do provide that in our newsletters 2 to 3 times a month, so you can refer to it. Also, we do periodically send out voice messages, emails, newsletters, text messages, and you name it. If you do have any questions, by all means, you don't have to wait for us to send out communications. You can always ask us, email us, call us, leave a message, and we will be sure to get back with you. Parents, I do realize some of you are wondering, if you have not completed that survey, when would I have another opportunity to complete the survey for my student to report face-to-face if I so choose so? These are the dates, the survey dates for selecting if your student's going to remain online or report face-to-face. November the 30th, January 18th, March the 1st, April the 5th. So please make sure, if you are interested in your kid reporting face-to-face, you must take care of that survey.
Okay, for tech support, if your student is having issues with their camera, their keyboards, or anything going on with their Chromebook, please ensure that you email support@lancasterisd.org, and they will help you with getting that resolved. On campus, we will have technology loaners that we will have available that our librarian, Mrs. Hewitt, will issue to them, but they must return them at the end of the day. That information will be shared with that student once they come and or when she delivers it to them. So if you have any issues, I get onto classrooms daily. If I see a student who says they're having issues with the camera, I tell them the process for the parent to submit a ticket. So once you submit that ticket, technology will reach out to you via email and let you know when to bring it up there. Do not just submit a ticket and then go to the building, because they will not take your device. Okay. Ms. Sasa, someone did ask a question. There will not be an A day, B day. Students will go to all classes every single day.
Thank you, Ms. Dunn. That is correct. Unfortunately, unlike high school, our students will report, as Ms. Dunn mentioned, every day, 5 days a week. And parents, I do want to thank you for joining us today. We're going to stay around to answer any questions that you guys might have, or if there's something that we need to review or something that we missed that you want more information on, we're going to make sure that we address that and also provide this video to you guys as well at the conclusion of this meeting. But if you do have questions, you can call us at 972-218-1662. Also, I have listed the emails, the direct emails for all campus administrators. For myself, Mrs. Sasa, for Mrs. Dunn, the associate principal, for Mr. Taylor, the 7th grade assistant principal, and Dr. James Kimbrough, the 8th grade assistant principal. So parents, again, thank you for just taking out the time to meet with us this afternoon, this evening, better yet. And again, we're going to stay on just to answer any questions that you might have.
And we do not have a microwave in the cafeteria. Hoodies are allowed on campus as long as they're appropriate. Just know that students cannot wear the hood over their head while they're on campus, but they are more than welcome to wear a hoodie, just making sure it's not red or the Duke blue. Do I have signed the face-to-face?
And we will have the bus schedule uploaded probably after this meeting. We will have that. Somebody asked about the bus schedule.
And as far as the gym, students dressing out in gym, the PE teacher, you can ask the PE teacher tomorrow. There's Coach Wallace and Coach Montgomery. You can ask them tomorrow when you meet with them on Google Classroom.
And someone asked, do I have to sign the face-to-face learning if my kid are already face-to-face? Yes, every time you receive that survey, please make sure that you guys complete that survey. And again, I'm gonna go back to those survey dates. Again, if you plan for your kids to continue face-to-face, make sure that you complete it every time. It will be sent out on November the 30th, January the 18th, March the 1st, and April the 5th. And also in parentheses, you have the dates that survey is really applying to.
Okay, and I see someone asked, will you all have some, it's asking about buses. Are those any options for children who are not eligible for bus riding? Unfortunately, if you're too close to the campus, the option is they can walk or be dropped off. I think it's like a 3-mile radius, or I'm not for sure about the radius, but if you do not fall within those guidelines of being picked up by the bus, unfortunately, the student can either walk or get a ride. Okay, let's see. One parent asked Ms. Sasa, will in-person students still work online the entire day as they do with online learning?
That is correct.
They do. And this is to protect the students, because we have majority of our students are still online virtually. And so we do have a small portion coming in person. So students will still work in their area on their computer. And we want to limit the movement in the classroom. And we don't want teachers too close to students. And we don't want students too close to the teachers or each other. We want to make sure we're practicing social distancing to keep everyone safe as possible.
And parents, we will send out that schedule to you again. I know I did send out the last 2 newsletters, but we will most definitely send it out to you this weekend so you can have access to that again.
What if our address has changed? Okay, so if your address has changed, Regarding bus schedule, you would just input your new address in, and then it will let you know if you fall within those guidelines for your child to be able to ride the bus.
And it will also get them the bus number and the pickup location.
And so far, someone asked, should students at home have monitors on during the entire fifth period? Yes. Every class period a student is on, they must have their video on, their camera on at all times.
And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and place your questions in the chat. And those people who are just now joining us, we did just wrap up our presentation, but if there's anything in particular that you want to know more about, please let us know so that we can address it.
Drop-off time, as stated before, the doors will open up at 7:05 daily, and school is out at 3:20. So they can, the daycare buses, they can be out there as early as 3:15, and so when we do dismiss, they can just go straight out and get on to the daycare bus.
And if you're asking us about your daycare bus, exactly what time they drop off kids and pick them back up, that's something that you're gonna have to get with as far as the daycare facility that your student or rec center that your kid is actually a part of. So please make sure you get with them in regards to the schedule. And like Ms. Dunn said, we do open up our doors at 7:05 a.m. and we will recommend those daycare buses will be out there by 3:15. So as soon as we dismiss campus, your child can go straight to their bus.
And the bus schedules differ. Someone asked, what time will the buses come to pick us up? It depends on your route. So every bus route is different. They have several stops to make. So it depends on what stop you're at. So you will have to look that information up on the bus schedules on the website. The students will be in class. Yes, all students will be in the classroom. They will be social distancing. So they will sit in the classroom at their desk with their Chromebook. And they will be working from their Chromebook.
Also, parents, we do want to make you aware we do have Power School, which is a extended day of learning tutorials. And we do invite students to participate in that. If your student is a face-to-face student, they can remain on campus for Power School. However, you must pick them up on time. Because once Power School is over at 4:30, there will be no one there to supervise them. So please make sure you need to pick your child up by 4:30. If your child's face-to-face, that will be an in-person tutorial. However, if your student is online, Ms. Dunn did provide those codes to you. I also emailed them in the newsletter. They can also participate in Power School online as well, but they must wait on their teacher to let them in. Power School is from 3:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday.
Correct. And do students have to wear a mask and face shield? They have to wear both. Students at LMS will have to wear both the mask and face shield. And as Ms. Salsa stated before, the district does provide the students with a face shield. But if your student prefers to wear a different face shield, you are more than welcome to purchase your child's own face shield. The devices they have at home, they will charge them up at night, and they will bring those devices to school every day to use. So if they have a district device that they already received, just make sure they charge it up at night. And when they come to school on Monday morning, it's fully charged and they're ready to work.
And also, parents, please make sure that your child, in addition to bringing that district device, that they also must bring their charger with them just in case they need to charge the device. So again, they're gonna need both their device and charger. Their district provided Chromebook and district provided charger.
And please ensure they still bring a paper and pencil. I know I've been going into some classes like ELAR classes. They do have the students writing in notebooks. So they should already have their notebooks at home that they've been writing in, such as writing essays. I know they've been writing essays, doing short little prompts. So just make sure they bring the things that the teachers had them working on when they were at home. No, they would not stay in the same room all day.
Okay. And I'm gonna go back to the floor plan, just to kind of go over that with that parent real quick, Ms. Dunn, before we answer the rest of those questions. because that is a legitimate question. So I do want to go over that with her real quickly. So, and I'm gonna try to make it bigger so you can see, because I know it's a little tiny. So give me a second. Okay. So looking at this floor plan, actually kids, they're going to transition throughout the campus in a certain direction. On our academic levels, they have to transition in a clockwise fashion. And again, I know you see the X's and also the circles. X's mean those areas are off limit to students. Circles means, especially for the students' restroom, those restrooms are the ones that they can use. So we just want to make sure that we are sanitizing the campus throughout the day. We want to make sure that we have coverage in every area. So we need to make sure that students adhere to the expectation that will be provided by campus administrator and teachers. But we do have signs throughout the campus to kind of show the flow of kids to help minimize confusion. We do have floor markers to kind of show the direction of the campus and how they should transition from class to class. Also, we do have a huge giant stairwell in the middle of the campus. We call it the Commons. This is the only stairwell that they can go up. So when they go to, our students go to their core class on the second level, they can only go up this stairwell. They cannot come down it. Same thing for our 8th graders. When they have to go to their core class, they can only go up this stairwell to get to them, but they cannot come down it. But we do have stairwells on the north exit that students will be able to use, which is right here. They will be able to use this area in order to actually come down from the 3rd or the 2nd level to the main 1st level. Again, they can only come down those stairs. They cannot go up, and they can only come down those stairs. And this is what that looks like. So students will be transitioning throughout the campus. Okay. Well, students will be issued a Chromebook. If you have not received a Chromebook from the district or a charger, because I do realize some of our students did not receive that, we will provide those students with a loaner device. They will receive a loaner device. They cannot bring their own personal device. They cannot bring their own personal device.
And someone asked, will online and face-to-face students be taught by the same teacher at the same time? Yes. And someone asked,
go ahead.
Someone said, can we repost the bus route again? Show that slide again. Someone wants to show the slide again with the bus route, how they access the bus routes.
And I'm gonna let Dr. Kimber go over that.
Okay, once again, you will go to this link, click on this link, and you will, when it come up, it will have a map, a Google map, and you will put your address in, and then the grade level of the student, then you'll click search, and it will bring up the pickup points and an approximate time the bus runs through that area.
And once again, go ahead, Dr. Kimbrough.
And once again, this is not available for pre-K students. So it's first through high school that this is available for.
And someone asked about a parent campus tour. As of right now, parents, due to COVID, unfortunately, we will not allow visitors in the campus. I know that's one of the things we were looking for, the administrative team, the teachers, to welcome both parents and students, but in lieu of everything going on and to keep people safe, that decision was made to not allow any visitors. However, we can send y'all the link to what the campus actually look like. If you so choose so, but keep in mind, you don't need me to send it to you. You actually go on YouTube right now. I believe it's called WRA Lancaster ISD L.C. Robinson New Middle School. If you put that in there, you should be able to see a video of the campus. I also know about a month and a half ago, Dr. Granger actually put it on Facebook Live, and you can actually see us walk through the campus, kind of give you guys ideas of what that looked like. And I believe that video is still up and available for people to view.
Ms. Sasa, someone asked, even if the student didn't have a district-issued device during the online classes at home, do they have to receive, I guess they're asking, do they have to receive one when they come on campus? And the answer is yes. You cannot use your personal device while on campus for face-to-face.
Okay, for this one, parent wrote, will the kids be issued a new student ID? Every year, any student that comes through the doors of LMS will receive an ID, a brand new ID. We do not recycle IDs year to year. Your child will receive a brand new ID every year. Okay. And how do we go about early dismissal? I just want to make sure I hear you clearly. Are you talking about when we have early release day, or are you talking about when a parent needs to pick up their child? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to kind of go briefly because I'm not sure which one you're referring to. So let me talk about it briefly. Okay, in regards to early pickup, because I do realize sometimes your student might have a doctor's appointment. Parents, because we're not allowing visitors, prior to getting your child at an early, if you want to pick them up early, please make sure that you contact the front office. Again, you can reach us at 972-218-1660. Once you arrive to the campus, just dial a number. The reception will ask you for information such as your ID. Please make sure that you had it readily available. If you do not have a current valid driver's license, we will not release your child to you. Also, you must be on the child's contact list. So parents, if you know you want to send someone up there to pick up your child early, if they are not on your child's contact list because of safety reasons, we will not release your child to that individual. We will not. Even if you call me over the phone, say, Miss Sasa, please allow this person. If you want that person to pick your child, please make sure you take the time to update your information in parent portal and include any individual that you think you might want to check out your child early. And Ms. Fair, I hope I answered that question for you. If there's anything else I need to answer about that, please let me know. In addition to, because I want to address the latter half, as far as when we release student early dismissal, that will be communicated to parents in a timely fashion. We will make sure that students are fed prior to dismissal from the campus. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, please put that in the chat at this time. If you missed anything, you just now joined us, please put that in the chat. You're welcome, Ms. Fair. And again, we're so glad about your students returning face-to-face. I know you can't wait to drop them off on Monday. Ready to receive them on Monday, November the 2nd. Please make sure that they are on time every day, parents. And you asked if I can upload any school information. Can you please put in the chat exactly what you are looking for? And also let me know if you are not receiving any email so that we can assist you with that. Or you can email me. And I'm going to display our contact information so you can do that if you need to. Okay. So, of course, you can contact myself. My name is Mrs. Sasa. I know my email has not changed just yet. But you can email me at walisahouse@lancasterisd.org in regards to any information that you might need.
They say, can band students drop off their instruments? You want to answer that, Ms. Sasa, or you want me to answer it?
I answer it, Ms. Dunn. If I miss any, just let me know. In regards to band students, parents, please make sure that you notify Ms. Melinda Wallace, who is the band director of Lancaster Middle School, and she will provide you with direct instruction in regards to instruments.
That's correct. Yeah.
And parents, you do have questions, please keep them coming, especially for the people who are just now joining us. We did conclude our presentation, but if there's something that you want us to review or something you need clarity on, please put that in the chat so that we can address it. Or you can email us at the information that you see on the screen now. I do have it listed by administrator, so you can get specific support in regards to any concern or question that you have.
Okay, the attendance clerk, I can give you her email address. It is Anna Tomlinson at lancasterisd.org. And that is spelled, I'm gonna give you the correct spelling, ANNA Tomlinson, TUMLINSON. She is the attendance clerk. Our nurse, as of right now, is Nicole Crowder. Her email address is NICOLECROWDER at lancasterisd.org. Okay, Dr. Kimbrough, Sarai James said they went on the bus website and it's not giving them very much information.
It's not giving them very much information. Well, tell them we're going to put a PDF up of the bus routes. But
okay, so
that
check our website.
Yeah, check our website. We will put a PDF up if that's not given. But they have to have a address that we serve to go in there. But if they do, we will put it up.
And thank you, Ms. Anderson. And parents, we have approximately 2.5 minutes to answer any questions that you might have, especially for those parents that have just joined. Please ask us any questions so that we can address it. If for whatever reason, if it's something that you do not want to address here on this platform, you can email us your concern or question.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, Ms. Lucky.
Yes, we do. And they will have to see the nurse. It says if a child is injured, do you all have elevators? Yes, we do. The nurse will provide that child, after evaluating them, she will provide that child with pads, and they will use the pads to use the elevator. Okay, Ms. Hughes said that it's the bus route link. So what you see right there that you all are looking at, that is the bus route link that gives you the routes for all buses that we do have.
And parents, we have 1 more minute remaining to the conclusion of our meeting. If you have any concerns or questions that we have not yet addressed, please ask them at this time. Again, parents, I just want to thank you for taking out the time to join us this evening. We appreciate you guys, and we do look forward to working closely with you. And we cannot wait to receive your students on Monday, November the 2nd. Dr. James Kimbrough and Ms. Dunn, do you guys have any closing remarks before we conclude?
I just want to say thank you all for showing up, and we look forward to seeing all of your children's bright, lovely faces on Monday.
And I echo what Ms. Dunn said. They've been out of school too long, and we look forward to seeing them back.
Well, it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend and also enjoy the rest of your week. And please stay safe. Please stay safe. And feel free to contact us if you have any questions in regards to face-to-face or e-learning. Again, this is our contact information. Thank you and have a great evening.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.